So let's move on to Trim and Mary. I know it's not you talking. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. As you know, there is too much for us to unpick and unpack in today's review. I don't know how long it's going to be, but as I usually end up always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? I'm assuming you maybe hate me at this point because you keep watching my reviews and you haven't yet subscribed. So of course, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Number two, be sure to follow me on my Instagram. My friends keep telling me that I don't big up my Instagram account enough, so I guess I need to start doing that. So yeah, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And number three, please to get cozy and comfortable with your hot Arena and your snack, okay? And I really hope you enjoyed the rest of this very juicy review. I'm actually so extra, but you love me and I love you too. Alrighty, so let's start off with a follow-up of yesterday's episode. As you guys already know, we did review this, in which I did say definitely was a ploy used by the producers. There was no way Priya randomly pulled Faye for a chat on the terrace to let her know that, oh, we didn't vote you because we think you and Teddy are no. It was definitely used as a ploy from the producers to try and not only get us prepared for today's episode, but they already know that Faye is a hothead in the villa anyway and would of course want to know who voted for them as being least compatible. So that whole Priya pulling Faye for a chat, people are like, oh, it's random. It actually wasn't random. I definitely do think it was strategic. But of course, the initial scenes of today's episode, so Faye and Teddy, Chloe and Toby, and Mary and Aaron are having a chat about the votes, and Faye was just like,
oh, like, you know, I just don't really know like why, you know, people would like vote for me and Teddy. Like, me and Teddy have been working, we haven't even argued since, you know, that last big argument.
And I'm just thinking, like, it's just a vote. Faye, is actually just a vote. And people get onto me all the time when they're like, oh, Sarah, you keep saying that Faye has main character syndrome. No, I honestly feel like she has main character syndrome because every single person in the villa had to vote for two couples. Everyone had to vote. You weren't exempt from that vote. No matter how you feel about your relationship with Teddy, honesty wasn't given. Teddy was also speaking about, oh, you know, I just kind of feel like a bit blindsided by the whole situation. Guys, this is not Friendship Island. This is Love Island. If I want to vote you as being the least compatible couple, I'm allowed to vote you as being the least compatible couple. It's not rocket science. And I did actually tweet this as well. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm very active when Love Island is on. And I love it, okay? We love a bit of a Twitter, we love a little bit of just jazz, you know? But I did say on Twitter as well that Faye and Teddy will 100% not last on the outside world or in the real world, because if you guys feel like you are so compatible, you wouldn't be so rattled that other people don't see you as being compatible. You wouldn't care. And the only reason why I say that is because if you remember the challenge that happened a couple episodes ago when the public ended up voting for, you know, who they think is in a one-sided relationship and who they think is this and who they think is that. This is just an example before people start saying, oh, I'm bringing out the race card again, which I am later on. Wait me, I'm definitely coming. But if you guys remember, Kaz and Tyler and Liberty and Jake, they were definitely up there for, oh, one-sided relationship. Did they care? They didn't care. Why? Because they know that their relationship isn't one-sided. So why are you so bothered that people think that you and your partner are not compatible if you actually know for yourself that you are compatible? It's not given. So moving on, of course, it definitely starts to get a bit juicy, okay? Definitely does start to get a bit juicy. And as we know, Kaz and Tyler and Liberty and Jake are just having a conversation and they're just like, again, it's just not that deep. It's honestly just a voting system. Everyone was supposed to vote for two couples. What exactly do you want us to do? And then Faye ends up coming over and she's just like, oh, guys, should we have a chat? In fact, yeah, let's have a chat. Let's talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. We actually don't. And I did say this in probably one of like my initial reviews as well. If someone says like, can we have a chat? And you don't want to have a chat, can't you just say you don't want to have a chat? That it's not by force for you to sit down and for us to speak. It's really not by force. So of course they're definitely just having a conversation and Kaz is like, oh, do you want to know who you voted for? And Faye's like, oh, I don't need to know, like I already know. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, this girl is actually just not serious. And then Teddy now ends up coming over and Teddy as well is looking so somber. I'm not surprised. Look at who you're in a partner with. The girl is delusional. She is definitely given main character syndrome, because why are you so pressed? It was a voting system. There are only a few people in the villa. We had to vote for someone and we decided to vote for you. Nip it in the bud and let it go. So of course now, Teddy now voices his opinion and he's just like to Tyler,
oh, like, you know my situation, you know my this.
And of course, Kaz is getting irritated and I'm not surprised. I would be getting irritated as well. Kaz now ends up shaking her head and Teddy's like,
why are you shaking your head, Kaz?
Teddy, I know that's not you speaking, because your friend, not even your friend, sorry, your partner gave every single person watching Love Island on that blessed Friday. I will not forget that episode because guys, I actually had to take paracetamol. I don't know about you, I actually had a headache. I had to take paracetamol before I went to bed and just after I recorded that review, because I literally had a migraine from listening to your partner complain and shout for 1 hour to you. Okay, not to us all, to you. Teddy, you were quiet like a church mouse, standing there like bread. Literally standing there like bread and saying, Kaz, why are you shaking it? Teddy, I know that's not you talking. Oh, you know, like, I'm just disappointed in you, Tyler. Like, I thought we were cool. Faye's like, guys, I've known you guys for literally like 7 weeks. Guys, it doesn't matter. It's not Friendship Island. Like, literally let it go. And I was very happy, okay? We're going to get into Kaz later on again because, of course, she ends up speaking to Trim and Mary. I'm not even calling him his name anymore. His name is Trim because that is what he's in need of. Anyway, I digress. Oh my God, sorry, guys. I hate when I'm so shady. It just comes out. I can't help it. Anyway, I did like the fact that Kaz was literally like bold of it. Like, okay, well, we had to do what we had to do and that's literally it. And then what was quite interesting was the switch that Faye had and the energy that Faye and Teddy had to Kaz. Faye now diverted that energy to Jake. And I did also tweet this as well. I honestly feel like because Faye knew that Kaz had her time, she needed to take control of the situation again. And in order for her to do so, she had to divert that anger elsewhere. And of course, Jake, like, he's just, because it's a funny situation, Jake is just like smiling and sniggering. And she's just like, I don't know why you're smiling. I don't know why you're smiling. And he's just like, I can do what I want. And yeah, you know, we're still not Team Jake, but yeah, I can definitely do what I want because you're not my mum, you're not my dad. If I want to smile, if I want to laugh, if I want to break dance in front of you right now, you can't ask me any questions. And she was just like,
you know what, you're fake, like, inside of Villa, outside of Villa, you're fake, Liv, I love you, but you're fake, like, I love you so much, I hate you.
But I feel like once she couldn't take control of that situation with Kaz anymore, she completely diverted that anger to Jake, and then she ended up walking off saying, oh, you're pissing me off, you're this thing or that. And once again, I honestly feel like this is a product of main character syndrome because every single couple was placed under that same pressure and every single couple delivered, but you seem to care so much about other people's opinion. You shouldn't have to care if you feel like you and Teddy are so compatible. You shouldn't. And Teddy as well, like I said, I know it's not you talking. I know. So moving on to Chloe and Tobias, I don't really have much to say about that, but they basically just went to Jake and Liberty and told them that they ended up voting for them. And even Jake as well, like I said, I definitely did like Jake's response yesterday. He was just like, okay, like, it's cool, like, I don't care if you guys don't see me and Lib as being compatible. We know what it is and that's exactly what it should be. And that's how everyone else in the villa should have taken that same approach. But instead, people wanted to be in dramatic. People wanted to be doing, Sarah, breathe. People wanted to be doing dramatics for no reason. And it honestly just wasn't given. So moving on to Faye, Millie and Liam having a chat. When I speak, you people say that I'm speaking. People are going out of their way to DM me on anonymous accounts on Instagram and abuse me. But it's my channel, my views, my thoughts. Honestly, I could give two flying monkeys. Go and count grapes somewhere. It honestly doesn't change my viewpoints. Why can I not speak about Faye when she does this on our... She literally does this on our TV every single night at 9 PM. She was already speaking to, you know, Millie and Liam, and she was just like, oh, you know, like, I just feel really hurt. I just feel really this, da, 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 da. And I did already say this already. I do feel like Millie, low-key, is intimidated by Faye. I don't really know why, but there's energy that she had when she was speaking to Sarah, breathe. The energy that she did have when she was speaking to Chloe and Liam, it's like she didn't also have that same energy when it was now Faye and Liam. I don't really know, but she was just like, oh no babe, like, it's not that, it's just, you know, we had to do what we had to do, blah blah blah. And if they were just like, you know, like, you guys know that I'm trying, like, you guys know I'm dealing with so much, I'm dealing with sabotage, I'm dealing with my insecurities, blah blah blah, and like, I care about your opinion. And I was just thinking, you said it yourself, you care about their opinion, but why should you care about someone else's opinion for a relationship that you feel like will work? It's as if everybody else is getting it, but she's not getting it. And I don't understand why her and Teddy are just not getting it. Of course, Faye ended up starting crying. Of course, Faye started crying. Of course, Faye did start crying. And I have already said this in one of my reviews as well. I definitely do feel like crying is low-key seen as quite a manipulative technique that a lot of people do use when it's like, okay, no one is getting my point. I think I want to cry. And everyone knows that when someone cries, it's like, even if you're mad angry at them, you know, you have to kind of like simmer it down a bit because clearly they're definitely in their emotions and also in their feelings. But it was given Karen tears. Like, you shouldn't have to cry or care about other people's opinion of your relationship. You shouldn't. So let's move on to Trim and Mary. I know it's not you talking. In all honesty, I don't actually know what Trim and Mary were doing. You guys have been in this villa for 2 hours. You've been in this villa for 2 hours. Mary, I hope this is your little lamb that you are going to die on the hill for, because what was that behavior? They ended up speaking to Kaz and Tyler, and they were basically just like, oh, you know, you must be blind to not see that we're compatible. Like, and then Mary was like, oh, like, you already know, Kaz, that Aaron is definitely my type, even outside of villa. No one said he wasn't your type, Mary. And Trim, you're speaking with that trim still untrimmed. Okay.
Oh, I just don't understand how you can say that. I don't know why you would vote us this. Like, you must be blind, you must be... Who
told you guys that you guys were in the running for the 50K? Who? Aaron ended up walking away, and of course Mary was walking behind him, and then Kaz and Tyler went off to speak to the other couples, like, oh, you know, just like on a general note, like it's just not that deep. All it is just votes. Aaron then started shouting like, bruv, Kaz, you have all this energy. You're still there speaking. And this is what I said, I loved, okay, I honestly, first and foremost, who's your bruv? Let's nip that in the bud. The name is Kaz. The name is Kaz. Like I already said, you guys can say I'm biased if you want. I don't really care. Honestly, I actually just don't care. This is a Team Kyler account. We definitely do stand them here. But like I did say already, I love the fact that not only is Kaz bold and beautiful, but she's very articulate. Even when she is very heated, you know, sometimes you can get into a heated discussion with someone or an argument, and then like you're just shouting and you're just saying meaningless words. She's still very articulate when it comes to her argument. She knows how to formulate the sentence, full stop here, comma here, breathe. Do you want to speak? I'm going to speak. Like, it was honestly, it was sweet. Honestly, it was very sweet. I don't really argue people much, but I hope that when I do, if I do, because I'm not really an arguing person, I'm digressing, but I just want to be as articulate as that. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I didn't really understand what Aaron and Mary were trying to do there. Number one, Mary, you need to speak up a bit more. And second of all, Aaron, we just had a conversation which you walked off. Like, you actually walked off in that conversation. You then went to another side of the villa, and then you started doing a performance for everyone else in the villa to know that there's issues. So yeah, in all honesty, I love the fact that Kaz basically nipped it in the bud. Like, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So if you're offended at the fact that we picked you in the bottom two, that's your own to deal with. We're all entitled to our own opinion. And Tyler, of course, was backing her as well. A lot of people in the timeline were saying that they don't feel like Tyler was vocal enough. I don't feel like he necessarily needed to be. Like, Kaz definitely knows. Sarah, breathe. Why am I not breathing? Kaz definitely knows how to hold her own. But in all honesty, I just feel like that was definitely misplaced energy. Like, all that energy you have for me, you should have had for your barber that allowed you to come into this villa on national TV with that trim. Guys, I can't stop being shady. I can't. Alrighty, so let's move on to the following day. As you guys know, the girls go onto the terrace to have a little gist, and the boys, and I don't know why I said just, but gist. And the boys ended up staying in the bedroom, just basically speaking about the night before, because clearly it was a lot. Faye, of course, was still not agreeing with the girls, like still trying to find out why did you guys vote for me. And it's like I said, it's low-key just given delusion and amnesia, because you opened and you were very, very, very vocal and opened your mouth to tell all the girls in the villa that, oh, you know, I don't know if Teddy will get on with my family. I don't know if we're this. Oh, he's sandals. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. Why on earth would they not think that you guys are not compatible? Especially when you guys are shouting left, right and center. It's honestly not given. One thing that I did really love was Liberty was just like, okay, let me just tell you what it is, because it's just getting too much right now. And she said, listen, we had to make a vote, and we decided to make that vote. Me and Kaz, yeah, we are good, but at the end of the day, everyone was allowed to make their own vote and everyone was allowed to make their own decision. And I feel like that was fine. Like, you keep saying, oh, I just feel like it was a friendship thing. Even if it was a friendship thing, it's none of your business, because everyone was allowed to make their own individual votes. Like, Faye, get with it. Of course, the boys were talking as well, and Teddy once again was still voicing his opinion. And this is what I mean, they actually work very well together, because they're honestly just both delusional. You have more energy about this whole situation than the energy that you needed to have for Faye when she was abusing you on national TV. Aaron ended up apologizing to Tyler, and Tyler did accept the apology. It was given weak. I don't know why Tyler accepted that apology so quick. But yeah, Aaron was just like, oh, you know, like, it's a new day, like, da-da-da-da-da. And then he was just like, oh, I hope you can accept my apology. And Tyler was like, well, that's a combo you need to have with Kaz separately. Another thing as well, Kaz and Tyler didn't actually sleep in the room with everyone. And as much as I do understand why they didn't, at the same time, I wish that they didn't, because I feel like it definitely, for the viewers anyway, because you know people on Twitter just tweet and tweet and tweet. People were already just kind of like secluding them from the video itself, like, oh yeah, Kaz and Tyler need to go, like they're not even sleeping in the same room with everyone, blah, blah, blah. But in all honesty, with all the nonsense that came with yesterday, I don't want to wake up and see you guys' face first thing in the morning anyway. There's honestly so much to unpick in today's video. I don't know how long it's going to be. But moving on to Aaron and Kaz having a conversation. So of course, Aaron ended up pulling Kaz for a chat. At first glance, you can see that when he did say, oh, Kaz, can we have a chat? She was kind of hesitant to be like, okay, because in all honesty, what is there to speak about? So of course they were speaking, and Kaz was just like, listen, I think we can be civil, I accept your apology, but honestly, like, everyone had to make their own decision. And then he was just like, yeah, like, you know, brothers and sisters fight. Aaron, we're sending you home. So moving on to the talent show, for me personally, I don't actually feel like that talent show gave, because it went from tension to talent. Like, a lot of people were still a bit rattled as to what we had watched for literally 45 minutes, and then you want to come and be giving us duet and yeah, that. But of course, for the Islanders, it definitely did lighten the mood, because there was a lot of negative energy just in the air. Starting off with Jake and Liberty, they done a Grease duet, and that was actually, I actually really like that. I felt like that duet was actually quite sweet and quite cute. Of course, everyone in the villa is tone deaf because no one is hitting the right keys, but I do think Jake and Liberty's performance was really cute. Chloe came doing up Countdown. I like Countdown, by the way. If you're in the UK, did you used to watch Countdown? I used to watch that religiously. Countdown's a good show. Teddy B and his rap did not give a thing. I don't have much to say. Mary and the tap dancing, chef's kiss. Although she's low-key on watch right now, I do think that tap dancing performance was very cute. Aaron and Tobias were doing out football. Ball kept going into the water, so it wasn't really balling personally, but yeah, it was nice to see. I guess they're both the footballers of the villa, so it made sense for them to do a few tricks. Moving on to Millie and That's Piano. The thing is, Millie is so cute. Like, I honestly think Millie is so sweet, but that performance was definitely given primary score. It was definitely given primary score. Tyler ended up drawing Kaz, and, well, was it really a drawing? I don't really know. Definitely more of an outline. Of course, number one, let's nip this in the bud. Kaz's body was body in. Chef's kiss, sis does not play. Faye. I don't really have much to say because aren't roasts supposed to be funny? Yeah, I don't really feel like it gave, and I feel like I'm gonna get onto this when I do my final roundup anyway, but you were there saying, oh, Kaz and Tyler being exclusive and making a fun of that. Like, what exactly is exclusive? Liam and Millie were the first to be exclusive in the villa, so what is that comment? I don't actually understand. Yeah, it was just awkward. You know when something is just awkward but you have to watch it because it's right in front of you? It was definitely awkward. That comedy didn't give. Liam Liam is tone deaf and that's fine, you know, he's fine, but that performance was actually quite funny because it's like he looks like he feels like he knows he can sing. Do you get what I mean? But it's like, we're not hearing what you're hearing, babe. But no, I honestly did think that was quite a cute performance. And yeah, that was the talent show. So of course, as you guys know, the public were given the opportunity to vote for their favorite couple, and the couple that ends up receiving the least votes may possibly be dumped from tomorrow's villa. No, may possibly be dumped from tomorrow's episode from the villa. In all honesty, I feel like that was very much warranted. I feel like it's very necessary. Love Island ends on Monday and that villa is still very much packed. So yeah, let's start sending people home. Of course, I ended up voting for Kaz and Tyler. And what was quite interesting was someone did actually say this on Twitter, and I low-key do agree with it as well. And like I said, people always message me about, oh, Sarah, you speak about race. Oh, it's not everyday race. It's everyday race here. I'm black. I'm rooting for everyone black. Just nip it in the bud. Let it go. But sorry, that was just a little. No, honestly, it's irritating. Guys, stop DMing me that you hate that I root for Kaz and Tyler. Why are you DMing me on private accounts? It's not given, and I don't care. I actually just don't care. And you're sucking the fun out of these reviews because I'm just trying to give my opinion, and you're making it hard for me to speak. But I will not be silenced. But people were saying it wasn't quite nice how Kaz and Tyler were kind of depicted to be in tonight's episode, especially because everyone was able to vote for two couples, and it's like everyone was just so quick to get onto Kaz and Tyler. So I'm really hoping that everyone honestly understands the assignment and Kaz and Tyler remain in that villa, because there's other people in the villa that also voted for other couples and no one was crying but Faye and Teddy. So everyone, please, if you didn't vote, why didn't you vote? Because I always tell you that you need to vote because your vote matters, okay? Every single vote counts. But in all honesty, I really hope Kaz and Tyler are safe, because if they are not safe, everyone is coming for Love Island, because you can't do that. Everyone was given the opportunity to vote, and yet everyone was getting onto Kaz and Tyler yesterday. It's giving crap. Yeah, guys, definitely a very long review. So much to unpick, so much to unpack from that episode. But as always, you guys know I love to hear you guys' feedback and comments in the comment section below. So please do let me know how you did find that episode. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for your love and your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Please be sure to subscribe. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please do take care, and I shall see you in our next one.